How's it going? Straight. How are you? Welcome in to the craft room. Oh my gosh, now it's gonna bug me. Sorry guys. It's funny the things you notice once you get on the camera. How are you? Happy Thursday. Welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I am so glad that you are here joining me today. We're gonna make some snowflakes. Let's do a couple snowflakes real quick because I need a few more items for my winter decor. Even though it feels like spring here in North Carolina, the wind's blowing like crazy today. It's 71 degrees, but I think the wind's blowing because it's blowing in a cooler front. I'm not even gonna say cold front because it's a cooler front. It's gonna be like 60 tomorrow, almost 60 tomorrow. So that's not cold, right? Depends on your perspective. In North Carolina, it can feel cold, but you know, a lot of other places, that's like, are you kidding me? That's balmy. That feels like summertime. Anyway, let's make our own snowflakes because I don't think we're going to be getting any anytime soon here. We're into the middle of January. Let's see, last year, I've had some memories come up on my phone. Don't you love those Google Photos or the time hop things or whatever you might have, or even Facebook memories come up? And I've seen 10 years ago we had snow when I was living in Maryland. 5 years ago we had snow here. And then I think the other ones showed like 2 or 3 years ago we had snow here. So yeah, so it's just rubbing it in my face. But we have not had any signs of snow. Just cold rain a few times. And I'm just hoping that we see at least one snowfall before the winter ends. I will tell you right now, it is difficult to be looking around my house and seeing winter decor when it feels like spring outside, because it does kind of do a little shift in you mentally. And you start, I mean, I had some windows open downstairs today, you know, and you start thinking, maybe I need to put all this stuff away. But no, it's a teaser. I know we'll have some colder weather, and I'm just going to try to stick with it because I want to get these projects done. So next year I can just pull them out and put them up. So anyway, thanks for joining me. We are going to be using some snowflake cutouts that I've had. I don't know if you joined, if you've been following along. About a month or two ago, we ran a big special on our snowflakes and several of our other cutouts. There are wood cutouts, double-sided. They're already that nice whitewash, already made that way. And then look how fabulous. I mean, you don't see this everywhere. And look, they stand on their own, so they're perfect for decor. So you can do anything you want with them. If you happen to have grabbed a set, then I want to show you a couple ideas with it, because you can use these with the coordinating transfer that it came with. It didn't come with it. You could buy to go with it. It was a coordinating transfer. All of our cutouts have coordinating transfers. Or you can also do projects on it without. So I have shown that before with my trees. I showed one with a transfer, one just kind of a crafty idea. So today we're going to use both with the transfer, but I do have an idea for the backside that would be just crafty. And then also I had ones that I was hoping to do that I never did get done for my kitchen area, to make them look like gingerbread, but that didn't even happen. You can make snow globes out of these guys. You can do all kinds of things. So you don't have to have a coordinating transfer when you get the cutouts, but a lot of times it's cool if you do, because then you can have a little bit more options, a few more options for project ideas. So now, unfortunately, these are no longer available, and neither is this transfer. They were sold out or retired or something last month. So they are no longer available, but like I said, if you happen to have grabbed one, then I want to give you an idea. And if not, I still just want to inspire you with a creative idea, you know, doing something winter themed. And if you're in my VIP group, then you also can take a look to see if I have any left available in my inventory reduction sale. So you have to be in my VIP group for that. And I have included a featured link along with this video so that you could go in there. And I actually posted a live sale on Sunday. It was Sunday night that's in there that you can check out, and you can see what I have left available. I am running that sale through the end of the month. So, you know, if you're not my VIP group, join that first, and then go in there and take a look at that and see if there's anything in there left. There may or may not have been at least one set of these available. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I actually have done a little bit of prep work, and actually before I go too far, I always have to do this. So I am just going to pull up on my iPad so I can see any comments, because I can't always see them on my phone. And when you hop on, if you'll hit that heart button, I would just so appreciate it. And please, guys, don't forget to sprinkle. That just means to share the video, put it out into the world. I just like to reach as many people as I can to share the love of creating. And you guys can help me do that. And I so appreciate it. I just pinned a few links in my comments as well, in case you're interested in seeing maybe no snowflakes available on my online site, but I do have a lot of other fun project ideas. Several Valentine, you guys have been seeing me post Valentine stuff. If you have followed my page, if you don't, I'd love it if you follow my page. Then you'll see all the different things that are available going on. I try to keep you guys in the know. So let me just do that real quick. Now that's all done. Okay. So I have prepped these just a little bit by sanding them lightly. And all I do for that is just to kind of make it smooth out a little bit, because they're made out of wood. And with our transfers, we want our transfers to lay really nicely on there and smoothly. So if you can sand them just lightly, that helps. And then also, if you're just going to use the transfers with them, I could be done with this in about 5 minutes if I was going to do that. Then you also want to lightly wax it, just with a little bit of our surface wax that is also available in my store, but you can get that at lots of crafting places. I, however, am going to go one extra step, and I am going to paint them with the same color I used yesterday. Let's see if I can show you that. I know it doesn't want to show up. Okay. It's Waverly chalk paint, and it's the color Pool. So I'm going to keep, because I want to keep all these, the same kind of color scheme going on with all of my decor downstairs. Maybe a little bit of variations of blues and grays. So with a pop of red here and there. So that is what we're going to do. So I am actually going to do a little bit different technique today. I'm going to get a tray out, and I'm going to do a little technique that I have not shown in quite a while. I'm going to put my transfer aside for right now. We're only going to use 2 of those. But you can see there's multiple options on there. Usually there are with our transfers that coordinate with our cutouts. Usually, like, that one's for the big one, that one's for the little one, and that one's for the little one, and that could be on either one as well. So we try to give you lots of options on our cutouts. Or I mean our transfers to go along with our cutouts. So I'm going to set that aside while we're taking care of the snowflakes. And what I am going to do today, oh, I got an itch. I'm so sorry, y'all. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a technique using a baby wipe. I haven't done this in a while. So basically you just take a baby wipe, not a cleaning wipe, you want a baby wipe. And then what you're going to do is take a little bit. It won't even take much. I probably need to do this. Just a little bit. It won't take a lot of your chalk paint. And the reason I use chalk paint, you guys, is because it dries so quickly. I could use my chalk paste to paint with as well, but I usually don't, because I don't want to waste it. So, but you can just water it down a little bit and use it as a paint. I've definitely shown that before as well. So I've just poured a tiny bit of, so I've just poured a little bit of this chalk paint on a tray. And now I have a baby wipe. And what I'm going to do is basically I am staining my snowflake is with this color. So I don't have to use a paintbrush. I don't have to use a foam brush like I showed you guys yesterday. Let me see, I want to make sure. I think I sanded both sides. I just don't remember if I waxed both sides. And now all I'm going to do is just take this baby wipe, and I'm just going to kind of run it over. I don't want it to be a vibrant blue. I just want it to be a hint of blue. Now, if I wanted it to be more vibrant, I would have used a darker color. But I definitely did not want to do that this time. And I'll probably have to use, it's just going to be a hint. It's just going to take a little bit of the white away, really. Just want a nice, soft, pale blue, an icy blue. And I'm not even sure you guys can see it because I am having a hard enough time seeing it right here. We might have to do 2 coats. I don't know, I might do a little darker on the other side. So I'm going to use a shimmer chalk paste for my transfers because I feel like snow shimmers. And of course, I love my shimmers. Anyway, I'm getting some down there in the sides that I didn't want to do. Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm going to try to show you, and I know you're going to have a hard time seeing it with this just one coat. This is a very, very pale blue. I'm hoping this is going to be the right color. I don't know if you can even see that it looks any different. Can you tell that it's not quite white? It's got a little tiny hint of a color to it. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. We're going to do this one. Super simple technique. And you can use this with any kind of chalk paint to make it kind of like a stain. That way you don't have to get into stains can be really messy. They can be smelly. So you can take any kind of chalk paint, use a baby wipe, and turn it into a stain, basically. Well, I might need a little more paint. I'm going to do a second coat. Now, I could have very easily used, like I said, I actually had a couple of mine out because I was thinking about using either my Ocean Mist. You see how that's really, really light? That's got a lot of gray undertones. Or my, I could have even done it, I could have done like the base coat with this and then gone back over it with the lighter color. That's Lakeshore. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more of this out. And I'm going to dry it. I'm going to dry it real quick with the dryer and then put a second layer because then I won't be just smearing it around. Hopefully that'll be enough. So how is your Thursday going, you guys? Almost to the weekend. Woo-hoo. Mine is going pretty good. I've gotten quite a lot done today. I've got more work to get done later, but I wanted to come on here with you guys. And you guys, I would love to know. So the next project that I'm probably going to share is going to be my club. Hey, Miss Lou, is my club project. Ooh, you guys, when I'm drying it, now it's kind of like making the color go into the grain of the wood, so it looks really cool. I hope you're having a good day, Miss Lou. Thanks for watching. But the next project that I'm going to do live will be, I don't think I'm going to do a live tomorrow. I don't think I am. But the next project that I'm going to do live is going to be on Saturday with my, I think it's going to be Saturday, not Sunday, with my club transfer. And I'm actually going to use that along with our Creative Kickstart, which I don't think you guys can even see it. It's down on the floor behind me. Our Creative Kickstart bundle kit. I'm going to use the two of those together, I believe, on the project for this Saturday. And I hope you guys will come and join me live or at least catch the replay. You'll know I'm live if you see a red circle around my profile picture. If not, you're catching the replay. And I'm just happy to have you guys here either way. Thank you so much. And you can sprinkle and you can hit the heart button. You can comment, you can just interact with me, whether it's live or on replay, because I always go back and check it, and I love it when you guys do. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm yelling at y'all. And I love it when you do, because to me, it's more like we're crafting together. It's like crafting with friends. Okay, so I'm just going to get a different part of it, because sometimes you get some fuzz from your baby wipe. But basically, you just take your baby wipe again. I'm going to put a second layer. I don't know if you guys can tell. Do you see now some of the blue kind of went into the grain? Especially on this one, you could see it. That's what came up first. So I'm just going to put another little layer of the blue chalk paint. Now this is just chalk paint. This is not my paste. I just want to take the white off. I just want a little hint of blue on here, you guys. I'm trying not to get it down in the sides. I don't really want it there, and then it just wastes it. But sometimes it's hard. And like I said, you can do this with any of your chalk paints and a baby wipe. It turns it into it like it's a stain, and then you don't have to worry about messing with stains. I don't know if you're like me. I don't like that kind of, I just don't. I've never really done a lot with stains, it just feels like it's too many steps. You have to worry about the fumes. It's very messy. You should wear gloves. So I much prefer this way of staining items. So you might be able to tell a little bit more now, if you guys can see. It's got a little more blue sheen to it. So we're almost done. Then we're just going to dry it. We're going to put a little quick layer of wax over top of our paint. You know, we always do that before we use our transfers to protect our transfers. And it'll help also smooth out the surface. Even though I used a sanding block on these before I started painting them, the wax will help as well. You want, just fills in those gaps. Let's see if I have any left, and then we're gonna put that. I think I'm gonna put it kind of in the middle of this one, and I'll throw that baby wipe away. Clean myself up. We're gonna dry these, and then we'll move on to the wax. And if you ever have any questions about any of the techniques or any of the products that I'm using, please feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. All right. Now I'm using my hair dryer, my little mini hair dryer, my wonderful thrift store find for like $2 or $3. I'm using that. A piece of fuzz to dry the paint just a little faster. Chalk paint dries pretty quickly anyway, and this thin layer that I have on here, it really goes fast. Dries pretty fast. I do like how it's bringing out the grain of the wood. You might not see that if it was a darker color, so it is kind of cool. It's another element of design, really, that I didn't even plan. So we're just going to dry this real quick. Now, like I said, I have several other ideas for these. I won't be able to show them all this year, but if you need an idea for snowflakes, maybe you bought some, or maybe you are going to join my VIP group and see if there's any left in there, and you want to do a project, I have several ideas I'd be happy to share with you. When I come across an idea I like, that I think I might want to try, or it inspires me for my own idea, I usually save it so that I can go back and reference it when I finally get around to it. And the project I'm going to share with you next week, I think we're just going to transition right over to just all Valentine's Day next week. We won't do any more winter now that I should have all my areas filled in. So next week we'll just transition over to Valentine's Day, and I have the best. Oh, I already pulled it out, you guys. Okay, so that's our surface wax available in my shop. This lasts a really long time. We suggest using it with any kind of wood projects. And I'm just going to put it real lightly, just a light layer, wood and or painted. I'm just putting a real light layer just to protect my transfer, y'all. This wax goes a long way. It lasts a long time. I just busted open this new one at the end of December after using my other one since April of 2021. Okay. So this is just an old microfiber cloth. Today, actually, our wax applicators did come back in stock. They are super cheap. So if you grab a wax, you might want to grab one. This is just an old microfiber cloth that I happen to have on hand. So I use one side to apply it and one side to... This is what I used before we got the applicators. And I've been needing to grab a new applicator. Okay. And we do have instructions on the back of our wax as well. If you don't like the wax in my shop, you can get it pretty much anywhere. Most craft stores have wax, some type of wax. I even have an antique wax back there, so it's like colored. So then I'm just going to buff it just to make sure. You guys, I had to switch over to air conditioning today because it was so stuffy, and I did open the windows too, but I flipped it off of heat. I probably don't need air conditioning, but we'll see. I think it was kind of stuffy up here for them last night, so I had to turn it over to air. I don't know whether it actually ran, but that happens a lot here in North Carolina. Okay, guys. So now they're ready to go. I'll put this away. Kingston. Okay, so here are the two choices. I was thinking I was going to do really light, but since this blue is not showing up very well, it's not like really dark. If I was using the darker blue, if I had painted this with stained it with a darker blue like that, I probably would have used this one that I created with this blue and shimmer frost. But since I used the lighter blue, I'm going to go with the same blue I used yesterday, the shimmer that I used yesterday. This is called Shimmer Splash. It's not available anymore, but it's the one with the dark blue with silver tones in it. We have one now called Moonlight Shimmer that has dark blue with gold tones in it. So, all right, I just need to prepare my transfers, and I am just going to, real quick, I like to keep my transfers on the whole big sheet. I didn't used to do this, but I like to do it now because it's easier for me organizing wise, and since I have so many transfers, to be able to try to keep things neater and more organized, this just works better. So I'm just cutting along the score line. And these are transfer trimmers. These scissors that I'm using, they are so nice. They're coated, so they don't stick, because these are self-adhesive, reusable silkscreen transfers, y'all. And if I miss a section, like there, but these are good. And I only use them for, I try not to use them for anything else, because I have more scissors than I really need, but most of them serve different purposes. So, I don't know. Do you guys do that, or do you just get one pair of scissors and whatever you do, whatever you do, you do? Whichever ones you grab, you use. I try not to, because I feel like it protects them a little bit from getting dull. Just making sure I got it all. Okay, good. So this is going to be lickety split. This part super fast. So I'm going to grab a squeegee. These are our mini squeegees. They're available in my shop. Singles or a pack of them, and then we have lots of other size squeegees. Just get which one you think works for you if you need one. You can either get a bigger one and cut it down. Now, because I have not used this before, like I said, it's sticky, right? Because I have not used this before, it's very sticky, so I am going to fuzz it just a few times. Not very many, just a few, because I still want it to adhere really well, but I don't want it to do so much that it doesn't want to come off of my surface and try to stretch my transfers. That's why we do that. And when you go to wash this with your cool water in the sink, it will get your stickiness back, and it won't be as sticky as it was the first time, but it will get your stickiness back, so that you can reuse it over and over again. And if you take good care of your transfers, you guys, you can reuse them 8 to 12 times. That's how many times the company guarantees it. And if you have trouble with your transfers, reach out to me. That's, again, what I'm here for. I do have suggestions. You know what, guys, with this one, I feel like I need to, make sure you don't have anything big on, especially in your silkscreen area or near it, that's big bumps that might affect your process. Sometimes with these kind of transfers. Now, our new transfers that are coming out with the Fresh Start, and actually the Creative Kickstart is the same. They are new and they are thinner, so you can see through them better. And they are slicker, so they're easier to clean. And you actually, I find that you use less chalk paste for your projects. So there's our we're trying a new vendor, and those are some features that they had. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I'm just using my light to help me line up, guys. Okay, so once I have it lined up, I'm just going to press as hard as I can on my silkscreen areas and make sure I have good contact. That will help lessen the bleeding. We don't want our chalk paste to bleed. So with the silkscreen, with smoothing out our areas, adding the wax to it, and now pressing out any bubbles or bumps, then we're minimizing the amount of bleeds. And then between that and the consistency of our chalk paste, it's not real thin. It's thin enough to go through the silk screen, because if it's too thick, then it will block your silk screen. But it's thick enough that it doesn't just run. It's not like running. Okay, that's how easy that was. Here we go, right? This is going to take just a moment. So easy, y'all. We take all the guesswork out for you. Like I said, though, there are lots of ideas also without even using the transfers. So if you didn't grab one and you happen to have, you don't always have to grab the coordinating transfers with our cutouts. Like, for example, our mason jar cutout just came back in stock today. You can do lots of fun things with many different transfers, whether you have the coordinating transfer for that one or not. And we actually have a couple coordinating transfers for that. I guess they're thinking it's about mason jar season. People are starting to think about spring crafts. Are you all already? And we actually have a Valentine craft that uses, one of the transfers that we have for Valentine's uses the mason jar. That's when it was introduced last year. It's so cute. I love it. Gotta find mine. I think it's put away. I think I did spring on the other side. So all I'm doing is using my squeegee to press the chalk paste through the silk screen. You guys, I don't even have to embellish this. And because I'm using shimmer, I'm not going to even have to go over it with anything. If I was using just a paint, a regular chalk paint, and then I wanted to add some shimmer, do you know what I would do? I highly suggest buying the shimmer Mod Podge, because it saves you a step and it's not as messy. So if you like to have maybe glitter or shimmery look to some of your finished projects and you have to use Mod Podge anyway, it is the way to go. I bought a container of it and I love it. And I bought it specifically for that other project I was thinking, where I was just gonna make it look like a gingerbread. But I'll get around to it. If not this year, who knows? Maybe I'll do a Christmas in July this year. A lot of people do. Maybe I'll do a Christmas in July and I'll get to some of those items. Who knows? I don't count that far ahead. I can't plan my life that far ahead. I don't know about you guys. And with the shimmer, it does take just a few minutes longer than the regular chalk paste to dry. And you do have to kind of push it a little bit harder. My house is creaking, y'all. My house is only 6 years old and it's creaking with the wind today. Sorry, it just did it again. That's what made me think. It's talking to me. With the shimmer, you do have to push a little bit firmer, just because it's got whatever makes it the shimmer. You know, it kind of feels gritty. And if I could have probably used a bigger squeegee, but I like to have control of mine. And then I just go back and make sure I haven't missed anything, pull off any extra. Just make sure I don't have any white spots that I can see through the silk screen. And we're going to do our favorite thing, peel and reveal. Of course I got it on me. I can't seem to not get it on me. Don't know why. Okay, here we go. So everything's covered, right? Perfect. Okay. I at least have something to hold on to with this one. This is going to look so cute with my little snowman guy. Ready? Peel and reveal, y'all. Look at that. And like I said, there's just a hint of an icy blue in the background instead of just white. Isn't that cool? Now you could even put something in this middle if you wanted. If you wanted to add another little element. If you wanted to add some gemstones. Ooh, you guys, I don't know. I don't know. I have these little, okay, I'm just going to spray that with some water until I can get it to the sink to clean it. We just clean them in the sink with cold water. But do you remember on my little hibernation mode, I had that little, maybe I'm going to look. I have that little snowflake guy. I could even add that. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to be down there. Oh, in my box. Oh, there. Remember these? I could even, I don't know, it might be a little redundant, but I could, if I wanted, to add another element to it. You see those? Look at that. Aren't those cute? Those are so cute. I could add that right there in the middle, and it would just add one more dimension to it. I'm going to turn on my glue gun just in case I decide to do that. If I wanted, I could even put red in the middle of this, because obviously you could put snowflakes out with your Christmas decor if you didn't want to, if you wanted to do that. I'm going to set this over to the side and let it dry. We're going to get to the next transfer. All right, and I can choose either one of these, but I think did that. I don't know. Let me know in comments if you think I should add the little snowflake, the clear crystal snowflake, because I could put it on both of them. Wouldn't that be cool? Let me know if you think I should. So I'm trying to decide. If I do, I think this one would be better. I was going to use this one, but I think this one might be better to go with that. So let me mark that one, because I always mark the front and back of my transfers when I take them off. That way when I'm washing them, I know what the front and the back is. All right, did I cut that? I did not, so let me cut that too. All right, just making sure I didn't have any comments. It's hard for me to see on my phone. Whoops. Whoops. Now my chalk paste won't be dry yet, so I'm trying to be careful not to touch it because it will take it a few minutes to dry. But usually by the time you get back from washing your transfer, if you go wash it right after you've done your project, when you come back, your project's dry. Again, we're going to fuzz this. And I'm going to use the same color. I'm not going to switch it up. You could even, like I said, put some red if you wanted to paint. You could just get a little paintbrush, or you could use our little tiny squeegee from our artist tool set, and you could go in there and put some red if you wanted, or another color blue. I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer. Hopefully you can, but it looks really great. A few times. Okay, we're going to start this way because I just feel like it's easier. But remember, I even have the back side of these. I could do one side Christmas and one side, why is that not acting like it's going to fit? Maybe it doesn't fit on here. You know what, guys? Maybe that doesn't fit. The snowflakes only come in a 2-pack, so maybe I'm just not lining it up right. Let me see. I'm going to get it on here and we'll see. I think it doesn't go all the way to the end and it's like throwing me off. Yep, that's what it is. It doesn't go all the way to the end. So let's see. I think I need to move it a little. This one's going to be a little more challenging. It's not going to be quite as easy to line up as the other one was. Yeah. There we go. Again, just smoothing out my silk screen. So there we go. It doesn't go quite to the end, which you'll be able to see better once I pull it off. And I am just going to kind of smooth it out. Make sure there's no bubbles. And here we go. A little bit of chalk paste goes a long way, you guys. These 3-ounce jars last so long. We don't have all of our shimmers in single packets. You can just get a variety of single packets. And we actually had a palette pack that was all winter colors. I can't remember if it's still available now or not. It might be either in the last chance section or it's sold out. I can't remember which. A lot of our Valentine items are in the last chance section already too, guys. So just keep that in mind. And sometimes when they're in the last chance section, they are reduced in price, and sometimes they're not. It all depends on when the transfer was released. Like if it was brought back from last year, it might be reduced. If it was brand new from this year, more than likely it will not be. And I never know like what the February promotion will be. I have no idea what we'll be doing in February. You know, what special sales or deals or anything. This month, our special is that we have the Creative Kickstart, that if you order $100 worth of product on my site, on my chalk site, my craft website, then you can, you will get a Creative Kickstart bundle for free. It's the only way you can earn it unless you're a designer. The other benefit we have this month, or sale we have promotion, is that you can join, always, you can join for $9.99 in the US as a designer to get 40% off any product. And then this month only, they are running a special of a kind of almost like a, they call it a perks pack. It's not a starter kit because you don't have to have a starter kit. They call it a perks pack, and it is $265 worth of product for $59, you guys. It is a steal. I wish I could get a hold of that kind of deal. So here we go. You ready? Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that fabulous, you guys? Oh, got some fuzz. And in February, I don't know. And I do know in February, we will be having another product launch. So any of the items that were launched in the Fresh Start on January 6th, I do not believe, most of them are everyday items. They're not like holiday related. Once they sell out, I do not believe that they will be coming back in stock. We're having another product launch in February, so that will have spring and Easter and I don't know what yet. They're at leadership camp right now, and they're finding out what the next product is going to be. So I won't know until probably this weekend. But look at this, guys. What do you think? Isn't that awesome? Hit that heart button if you love these. And tell me whether or not I should add my little crystal to it to make it look even more fabulous. I could just hot glue it right there in the middle. I probably will, just because I'm a little extra that way. So you guys tell me what you think I should do in comments. But that's my project for you today, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message or ask in comments. It might be the same question someone else has. If not, I really appreciate you letting me come into your world for just a little while and share the love of creating with you. And I look forward to doing that again soon. Until I see you next, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great tomorrow, a Friday, excuse me, woohoo, and that you'll come back and join me next time. All right? Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye, guys.